courage. As I'd collected 3 jewels not already, Park House in light blue, Apio in green, and Maidea in orange. He has to collect more to make everyone happy. His traveling is going to go on, still a long way to go. Ez was in a wood. No one was around, but he heard a child's voice. When he listened carefully, the voice came from the waterfall. He used magic to find a secret hole behind the waterfall. Then, as when in the hole, light was leaking down the dimly lit cave. The voice came from the lights. As walked to the light. There was a small boy in the back of the cave. The voice was probably that of the child. There was no one in the cave except the boy. Ez found a lot of clay dolls on the rock. The small boy always talked to the dolls. A few years ago, the small boy had lived in this cave with a lot of fellows. All of them had gone now, and the small boy was alone. He didn't want to feel lonely, so he made a lot of clay dolls and a doll's town. When the small boy saw Ez, he went to the back of the room. Ez followed him. There was a sparkling space, and a giant donkey was sitting there, all cramped. Ez talked to the giant donkey. "Hi, Lux, you were here, weren't you? You became so big." The small boy was so surprised to hear that. Lux is the spirit of light, and he has been missing for a long time. When Lux was little, the small boy saved Lux in the cave. The spirit of light body shines brightly in the dark cave. It was helpful for the small boy. However, spirit of light became too big, so he could not move around. Suddenly, the spirit of light was starting to get out of control because there was a spider that the spirit of light hates. The cave was narrow and the ceiling of the cave started to crumble. Ez told him, "Go out of the cave," but the boy didn't move because he was scared of the outside world. The ceiling was crumbling more and more. Some big rocks and stones fell down. Ez said to the boy, "Now, be brave." When the boy heard that, he finally made up his mind. The small boy started running, and Ez and the spirit of light followed him. Near the exit, Ez said loudly, "Get on the back of Lux, quickly!" The small boy and Ez jumped on the back of the spirit of light, and the spirit of light popped out of the exit. They could get out safely. The spirit of light got wings, and he was flying. The small boy was impressed to see the outside world from the sky. It was the first time for him to see it. After a while, they heard voices from the ground calling the small boy. Some fellow from the ground were waving to him. There were many short people there. They went out to the outside world, and they couldn't come back to the cave because they had forgotten where the cave was. looking for the cave they lived in the outside world together. The small boy was so happy to see members of the group, and he decided to live in the outside world with them. The boy said to Hez, "I have a dream. I want to make a big town and live there with everyone." Hez hoped that the small boy could make his dream come true. And then they promised to see each other again someday, and left with the spirit of light. Hez found a brown nut named Saroma.